map 1 done and dusted. VP took it. It was back and forth. It was train. Now we go to Inferno.
And we will see VP starting on the CT side. A side they're very formidable on. They can lock down any team in the world. And the last time we saw Navi on Inferno, they got absolutely wrecked. 16-2 by Fnatic starting on the T side.
Yeah, the VP has a tendency of really making it that much harder for you to take any control of a banana when you're playing on your T side, which limits, obviously, a lot of your strategy approaches on the map. So it's going to be an interesting point here to see is Virtus.pro going to really play a lot of aggression on banana, and how Navi is going to counter that. How are they going to approach it? Are they going to try and really fight for that control of banana and make Virtus.pro try and waste as much nades as possible early on the rounds? Because that's going to be a very important point as well, is how they conserve their nades on CT's side.
Well, we saw Crims and Olofmeister completely shut them down at the banana area. They just kept pushing down, even SMGs on the fourth round. They saved them from the second and actually just completely dominated them. It seemed like they didn't actually have any response whatsoever. 16-2 was the scoreline at the major. Have they learned their lesson?
That's shocking.
Can they get back into this? As a scoreline, you wouldn't expect Navi to actually get on Inferno. It's a map they're good on. Like they're not bad on it whatsoever. They have a lot of set plays. Like we said, they have very slow strategies going into this. They rely on Guardian getting picks for them. But 16-2, obviously against a very strong Fnatic, but still you have to question what went wrong for them that game. VP obviously going to be aware of that going into this one, starting on CT. It's an interesting pick that Navi actually chose this one going into this series.
Yeah, and we actually discussed the fact that Inferno would be less likely than two of the maps that were banned, one of which was Cobble, the other which was Mirage. So the fact that Navi went to it shows that, yeah, they still have confidence on it. So, or maybe post-major, it's time to turn a new leaf. Let's get that map back into our
2 days
pool.
after.
Yeah, let's just do an online matchup. Let's just get Dust going. I mean, I'm theory crafting on that one.
In recent history, actually, Virtus.pro was quite actively vetoing Inferno away from their map pool. So it's something they've started to introduce more actively in their active map pool in their recent times, actually.
Well, we're just about ready to jump in and get it underway. The first series we saw tonight was a 2-0 victory for a Freiburg-led TSM who stepped in for Kerrigan. And I say led. He was not shot calling, or strat calling, rather. But Kingwin, they went down in that one. They're in the lower bracket. So if VP can win this now, Kingwin will play Na'Vi. Loser of that will be gone from the group. They'll still have a chance in the last chance qualifier. But the winner of this will move forward to play against TSM in the upper bracket. A lot on the line. Only 4 spots at the land, so it's definitely tight when you consider the talent we've got involved in the overall shape of the league.
Well, it seems like Guardian will need the toilet very quickly, so we will be filling for a little bit longer. Guardian didn't want to go in the 10 minutes he had in between the maps, so he wanted to go now, but that's fine. That's what we love about CSGO. Isn't it, guys? Help me here. Anyone?
Oh, sorry, I was using the toilet.
Okay, fair. Like last time, I think we had Chris J decided to make his dinner in between maps.
And then he tweeted after about someone that called him out for that and was like, hey guys, sorry I threw the game. I decided eating dinner was more important or something like that. It was pretty funny. He responded to a hater. Props, Chris J. I mean, realistically, what are Navi's? Let's say Navi pick up a pistol on T side.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
I mean, what are their, if they can get some momentum rolling, what are their chances that they can carry it over to the CT? Is VP going to be enough if they don't win this CT half convincingly?
The thing is about both these teams, sorry to cut you off,
Sure.
they force by so much, you can never guarantee a pistol round's even going to get you a 3-0, right? So even if you win the pistol, the chances are you're going to lose one of those next 2 rounds anyway. This is the point I want to make going into that. But
yeah, when you're playing T-side Inferno, what you want to make sure is that a lot of the rounds end in 2-on-2s in situations where the CTs need to rebuy and drop weapons, so you keep that economy in check. Because if you don't, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble with the CTs getting all the Molotovs and smokes, where you can just close those choke points very easily. So that's what it really comes down to. You really need to make sure that you're getting those kills. Even if you're now picking up the rounds earlier on, make sure you're getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, well, again, we've seen that time and time again when it's like a 7-1 scoreline, 1 round win, and all of a sudden the other team is forced to save. So keep it close, keep it tight. I do think that Inferno is one of the most economy-based maps in a lot of ways still, because it requires so many utilities to play correctly, especially on the CT side.
The CT side especially, because obviously you have the initial smokes to lock out the early choke points, but the execution is so much more powerful to have the Molotovs to chuck on the floor and force the Ts into areas they don't necessarily want to go or do want to go. Like, they have to run through those Molotovs to even execute onto the site. So that's obviously a massive part of the CT play on Inferno. But here we go then. We have arrived at the pistol round. It will be Navi starting on the terrorist side, VP on the CT, and currently VP lead 1-0 in this series. If they take the second map, they go through in the upper bracket. But let's have a look on the buy of Navi. 4 sets of armor for them, and Seized. He's actually going to get the 5th as well, so 2 decoys for them. So it's going to have to be something pretty aggressive for them. No utility whatsoever.
Sounds like a rush up middle.
Straight up, just why not? Let's see what happens. But the bomb is going to be waiting T steps, actually.
Interestingly enough, and Flamey's there, so I anticipate...
Banana splits.
Yeah, exactly. If they can get down Banana, they'll bait out Snacks. They need to be careful and make sure that they get that exchange, though. Right now, A still looking... Yeah, okay, they've cleared out A. They'll go A. Flamey will just hold Banana instead. So they wait for that information. Yeah, and there it is. Execution straight to Snacks' head. And Na'Vi, their strategy looks fairly swift. They had options with that.
Yeah, that was a showcase of the moving Glock and how accurate it can be and how hard it can be for the CTs to try and stay alive in that situation.
Yep, so Navi VP almost waiting for that. Just getting into those positions where the Glock just run around and absolutely executed them. We saw that Navi actually had 2 options there going into that round. They could have split the B bomb site or kept doing what they did, which they executed very well.
And now we see VP opting to buy a lot of smokes here, so they're trying to waste as much time from this round as possible to make Navi uncomfortable.
Well, this is where it gets dangerous for them. They have invested a lot into this round, 5-7s and smokes, but it's going to be Pasha opening up the fragging there. And there's going to be a flurry of frags. Bayali taking down 2, actually one of his teammates as well. Interesting exchange there, but now he's a 3-on-3.
And when I read that obituary, I thought, great job, Bialy, look at this eco. And then I realized, oh, well, 1 for 1. Either way, the eco has been fairly successful in the fact that they've got it down to 3 versus 2, but that changes very quickly as Seized will basically just hold his knife out, not literally his bayonet, on the Galil as he jumped into it almost.
That was good decision making from the 2 Na'Vi players to push through the smoke as it landed on middle. They traded that kill on Pasha, and then whoever survived it actually pushed short and checked A side and noticed that it's clear. And that, if they hadn't done that, it could have gotten really tricky for Na'Vi, but good intuition there from the Na'Vi players.
Well, they're going to know it's going to be a very difficult buy now for VP. They can see 1 Mac 10 there for Flamey. That means he can lead the charge, go and find out information for them. It seems like Pasha's actually going to be taken down with that grenade. Does happen. Zeus will be picking up that frag, and another one as well. Boyali taken down with a headshot there, and it seems like it'll be a very simple cleanup for Navi now going into this 3rd round. The last 2 remaining players will be Neo and Snacks. They're going to be towards the CT spawn area with nothing much to play with. P250 and a USP there. Bomb does go down, but I'm not really sure what their plan is here. Maybe get 1 kill before both of them die. That's about as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid.
Yeah, this round not looking as good as round number 2. Flamey, don't stop believing, don't stop moving with the SMG. It's going to take down Snacks, Virtus.pro. They'll go down 3-0, but this is the crucial one. We're going to get to see the first gun come out. This is where economy starts to really have a factor and effect, and there's not a lot. Okay, they do get 5 smokes out. That's the bigger one.
But no Molotovs.
Yeah, this is what we talked about. When you force buy the 2nd round, you always go into the first gun round with this difficult buy. No head armor, not such a big deal against the AKs, obviously, but they don't have the Molotovs. They don't have much in terms of flashbangs or HEs, but that aggressive smoke does come down. And you can see Navi reacting straight away, boosting up, seeing what they can find, and Zeus will be waiting there for Neo. If he does make a little mistake, it shows too much aggression here. Smoke going down once again, so they will be keeping presence there, but now hitting some reaction from Navi do take down Neo straight away, and they all of a sudden they have Banana control, and the CTs need to figure out how they're going to approach the situation.
Yeah, problem is that almost minute 10 left, and only 1 smoke in Virtus.pro right now. So that's going to make it all that much harder for them to defend either of the bomb site.
And you touched on this about baiting out their utilities and Navi's swift execution. Wow. And this late, it's not even that late, truthfully, for Navi's standards. It's 50 seconds left in the round, but it's going to be a quick hit nonetheless. Wrap onto the A site. send one player and Zeus to watch over CT for the rotations, but that means Pasha's going to work down Banana. So far, though, it's Virtus.pro to shut them down. Bialy, he's having a decent night. A lot of high-impact kills for the boy. And Zeus will eventually take down Taz, the monster inside the A site. It's left to half health for both Guardian and Zeus, but they managed to get the bomb down. Full HP for both Pasha and Snacks, and they're coming from either side. Pasha able to find the first. It's left to poor lonely Guardian, and he drops as well. Crucially, bomb was planted, but this will give Virtus.pro the first gun.
That was a weird round. It felt like they got a lot of ground, Navi did, but then all of a sudden nothing happened. They just stalled, and they started going one by one and not having the ability to do any kind of trade kills.
Well, normally when you get those first 2 kills, you want to still approach the round in a methodical way. You want to be smoking off the pit, taking that vision away from the CTs at least. After they got the pick of Banana as well, I'd have suggested splitting through. They had that presence through the arch, and they allowed Bialy here just getting pretty simple frags. You can see there's nothing holding him off whatsoever. Just facing. He's got the advantage there as well. That was a very weird approach to the round from Navi. I think maybe going a little bit too fast. They could have just worked out what was going on. Gone through CT spawn, I think, would have been the best option for them. But anyway, we go into the 5th round. It's going to be a full buy still from Navi. They've got quite a lot of utility as well. 4 smokes and Molotovs to play with. But Taz does have the P90 after dying that last round. So big round coming in.
Snacks and Neo are very aggressive in this Banana, but it's working so far. And there's only one Molotov. It's on Edward, and he's not in Banana, so they can't even clear the sandbag position right now, which means they have all kinds of room to breathe. Do Virtus.pro. Now that Molotov. Oh, I take that back. I thought I saw it spiraling through the air. It wasn't after all. Snacks will take down another one, and these guys are just compiling the kills together. It's poetry in motion inside Banana.
Yeah, no, you just saw the effectiveness of the Molotovs. When you have double Molotovs down Banana, that just stalled Navi's attack altogether. And we can obviously tell by now, at least early on here on T side, Navi's really opted to take that fight to Banana, no matter what VP's doing. But it's not obviously working out in Navi's favor so far.
So that's the thing, when you have the double Molotovs there as well, you run through the smoke and then you're almost committed at that stage. You can't run back. You have to try and face through, get through the fire, as it were. And you can see now, this is a difficult round for Navi. They do manage to get a buy on the ball, but Guardians can be left with a P250. Taz still holding onto the P90 as well, but not so much aggression shown from the CTs this side. They're making sure they keep at the top. The fire does go down, but Flamey and Seas will be working it. They'll be looking to get some frags here to open up the round. Big nade onto Snacks as well there.
Edward's going to jump in toward Boiler. But typical VP, they're going to have a presence and a pressure toward it. This allows easy kills to work the way of Taz. Now Bialy. Snacks has also come back in, and Banana, they're still holding it down, and Snacks is going to get another with just the USP.
Way too easy for them.
Oh, it's insane.
There's no like rhythm for Navi, how they try to take over sandbags at all.
You need to take out some positions on the map. They're going up, having to look at the car, the corner, the sandbags. They're just going up one by one, trying to just face those angles. They threw one nade there, but you need to be Molotoving or smoking off the sandbag, for example, just so you clear one area out going up there. But that's going to be a very convincing round.
Yeah, or alternatively, you can also Molotov the choke point to B and then nade, double nade sandbags,
but
and
you need to do something, is what I'm saying. They're not utilizing any of the areas. They're allowing all of those to be an option for the CTs, and going up there, they're just getting shut down. But that's a very disappointing round for Navi, in my opinion. And now they force themselves onto an eco. They get the Tech 9s out. Guardian will be getting a P250 in armor, but with no utility whatsoever, it's a round you almost guarantee going in the favor of VP.
Yeah, you almost start to think, why did Guardian even buy the armor? Like, what sense does that make?
I guess he actually hasn't got that much money. I was going to say he maybe had more than everyone else to stabilize everyone's money, but he just goes down to 1900 now, and that means he probably won't be able to get an AWP next round, although they have lost 3 in a row. But still, I'd rather have a lot of money going to the next round instead of throwing it away on this one. But here we go.
If they get a bomb plant.
Wow, well, I don't see how that's going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, it would work further. If they can
Good
get a
luck
quick
with that.
push. Yeah, no, they've got Taz inside pit. Bialy's there to support. Pasha's inside A. Neo is solo on Banana, but has a deep smoke, so he's in control. That allows Snacks to go to Speedway. Everything's perfectly executed right now from Virtus.pro.
He's actually have any positional control on the map whatsoever. It looks like they will go towards the banana area. Neo will be tested now. Makes the right decision and gets out of it after spotting some of the T's. Has a smoke to lock them out for another 15 seconds, but the T's again not committing to this. They're just falling back. They've actually got some control of middle now.
And they're going to lurk at that direction. This has forced Snacks back. As I mentioned, he was at Speedway looking to get to A quicker. So if they can win one of these kills, if they can take down Bialy, that bomb plant might have been possible. Eventually they do. But Flamey's going to drop to Snacks as he gets him from inside CT. And Pasha stayed alive the whole time, so no bomb plant. And with 7 seconds to spare, Virtus.pro pick up number 4 and take the lead away from Na'Vi.
Yeah, and the scary part right now is Virtus.pro again is getting a lot of economy, so that's going to make it so that much harder for Na'Vi going further.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a nice aggressive round from VP now. This would be the adaptation from Na'Vi. So I'd be calling, right, we want to just take the game to them. Let's get down middle. Let's start nading them. Let's try and knock them off their game as they're adapting to us. But let's see how they react to this. CT's going pretty aggressive once again. Neo getting taken down by Flamey at that initial encounter at the start of Banana. And so Snacks will answer back, taking down Zeus there.
Seized, trying to get up inside that smoke. Now spot Snacks inside it, but his teammate will avenge him immediately. Flamey getting back in on the obituary. As now Pasha's going to sit tight. Flash comes through, he fires away, and Flamey now drops.
Even though the trade kills have favored Virtus.pro here, it was a good job from Na'Vi, the way they managed to make Virtus.pro waste that many grenades in that round early on.
Well, now it's going to be Guardian and Edward, both towards the mid area here. They will be able to get up. CT's not contesting it too much, but Bialy kind of getting a little bit tempted to have a face here. Maybe not the most viable option for him. I'd prefer him just to sit in the pit and just call for his teammates here. If he gets taken down, this could open up the round for Na'Vi as he falls back now and realizing maybe this is the best decision for him.
Taz is rotating to B. Stays just at the end of Speedway, or does he? He's actually leading off more, and there's the pick on Bialy. So A, thank you very much, wide open for business. And Na'Vi might be able to pick up this round as Taz realizes late and has to come back. Still no rotation from Pasha, just leaving the B site now. And the smoke already off on Library puts Edward inside the graveyard. Such a good spot to play in the post-plant position because it forces an easy crossfire on anyone who comes from the Library position. Taz was spotted 100%, and so he goes on the attack. He can't stay hidden forever. It allows Pasha to get the trade, and now it's Edward. This position is so good when the bomb is down. He's already spotted him inside the site. He'll wait it out. He's not been spotted in return, so he's got all kinds of time to line up the shot, but can he land it? He can, and he doesn't think he's okay. All right. Heart attack over. I thought Edward was going to misread that.
Big plays from Edward there. That shot to Big Pit was just insane.
That's what I said. Bialy was the linchpin there. If he got taken down, that round was completely over. That's when I was saying he was showing so much aggression towards quad. Had he died, that's when he would have actually given the round away. But even being in the defensive position, maybe overshowed a little bit there. Got taken down one shot from Edward. I guess there's not much you can do about that. But there we go. Na'Vi get the 4th on the board. And Neo responding with an AWP. So a change of pace for them as he actually takes that towards the banana area as well.
Lots of aggression from Seized. This forces Neo back as his partner in crime has gone down. For the first time, Banana looks to fade away from the control of Virtus.pro, and Na'Vi at the right time have come back into their T-half. 4 rounds already. Again, winning that pistol, giving you 3 on this map, so important. Makes their job a lot easier of hitting an intended goal. What is the intended goal, Natu? Where would you be aiming right now if you're Na'Vi?
Score round-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing here is that they're getting a lot more action working in their favor towards Banana right now. So they're actually pretty favored at this point to pick up like 6 rounds or so.
Seized is in trouble here. He almost hit that shot. It would have been spectacular if he hit that initial entry. He tried to bunny hop his way in, but Bialy's got control of pit. Hits actually only one. It's Taz who gets the other. And then falls down. So by giving up pit control, they give up A again, and it's down to Pasha to clutch this out. He's making a lot of noise coming up mid, and we can see Zeus's position. He's inside the cubby. He'll have heard him go by. Guardian, he doesn't hear him. He doesn't call it. I thought Zeus would make that call for Guardian immediately. Now it's down to a one-on-one, and this is actually a potential case here for Pasha to win this out, but Zeus is just going to play the timer, and he's not spotted on the initial peak, so, or at least not taking down. That nade does so much damage, but 7 HP is enough for Zeus to close it.
Thought that was enough from Pasha there. It seemed like a really clever play. Dropped the nade on him as well. The spray should have been enough, but not meant to be as they lose their round. It's a huge one to lose as well, as that's actually going to knock them down onto an eco this time. You can see Pasha outraged there, wanting to find out the HP. Edward actually on 4 as well. Disappointing stuff for him. But Here we go then. Na'Vi looking very strong now. They've kind of woken up the last few rounds, and finally they're broken down that CT economy. Nothing really being bought for them. We can see some PT50s, a CZ, but they can get this banana control confidently now, knowing they have the advantage going into this. Edward does open up the flagging onto Pasha, and they can hold back now. They can just work out what the CT's reaction to this is.
Yeah, they tried, excuse me, to get clever. Apartments get down into Ward Alt mid. He's forced out of that position, now goes back to Boiler. He knows they've gone past him. They've made it in toward the A site, so what can he do to stab them in the back? 2 kills, bomb down. Low HP, and Virtus.pro with Neo taking Edward. I've pulled this back into a situation that, again, could be likely. No armor for Neo, so watch for aim punch to be a factor. And the bomb has gone back over toward B. Knowing that Neo's the only one to remain and knowing that he's inside that A site, this is definitely the call to make. And they'll plant it at default. Through the smoke. Oh, I was waiting for Guardian to kill his teammate right there. If he had jumped the trigger and shot his teammate in the head and left Guardian alive in a one-on-one, or rather, excuse me, Neo alive in a one-on-one, it would have been quite unfortunate.
Well then. VP stabilizing their economy a little bit there. Got some decent frags there. 3 killed. And they will get 4 lane forwards going into this one. Na'Vi the same. It's a pretty equal kill in terms of the economy going into this round. But Na'Vi now taking the advantage, 6-4 on the T side of Inferno. We can see that aggression on the CT coming back. It's going to be 3 players invested in the B side now.
So a high Molotov on Banana this time. Snack's going to try and get above this smoke. And they're also going for the boost on the T side. Easy trade to get back into for C's. Really aggressive push from Snacks, but this gives still a 3-man stack. As Pasha was there, they're all gone. Navi's just picked up 3 kills on B, and there's absolutely no question that site is now open. So the smokes will be deployed. A bit of a miscommunication as they throw out 2 on CT, but it doesn't matter. They're in. They'll try and get this bomb down. And they still have 2 smokes for post-plant positioning.
Over and over again, Navi keeps getting those favorable trade situations in Banana, as opposed to the early rounds where they had no luck at all. It seems like the timing's just starting to favor them the way they're pushing in, and they're more synchronized and doing it more together.
Well, the fact that VP are committing 3 players over there and Navi are still winning those exchanges suggests that they've actually changed their mentality and actually worked out what VP are doing. The thing is, VP don't seem to go too deep down there. They stay at the top waiting for Navi to come to them, and the exchanges, like we said, seem to be favoring Navi every single time the last couple of rounds. This is the 7th one on the board for them. VP do save 2 M4s, but this game is running away from them right now. On the CT side, they need to try and find some footing here now. And you can see the money in a horrible situation once again. 2 rifles for them. They will be force buying this one, but it's going to be difficult for them. A difficult round to win, considering the last one fell apart for them. See Neo there. He's going to have absolutely nothing. He's got a Nova to the party. Let's see how that one goes down for him.
Speaking of party, can I just point out that I love the chickens have party hats on them?
Yeah, I just noticed that as well.
They also blow up into confetti now. Nade up middle. Look at the damage. 15 HP left for Pasha, 40 for Taz, but the kills are going VP's way. They pick up a double. Not to be outdone, though. Zeus will come back into the alley. And that low HP could be a factor here still for Pasha and Taz. Snacks now gone as well. It's 3 versus 3, but Neo using the shotgun to great effect. Deep smoke again. This gives him more control. Picks up a rifle as well. So even though they may call, he's got a shotgun, even though the smoke's there, he's now got a much greater weapon. And Flamey slowly working back from alt mid. Zeus just waiting in mid itself. How can they find a way in when Neo's got so many smokes deployed on top of that banana?
Dangerous, though. That VP players are pretty low. Everyone except for Neo.
Low enough that Flamey crawled through the underpass to make sure he wasn't spotted. Coming over from alt mid, nothing careless. 30 seconds left. He's going to work this toward apartment, but they're splitting up.
Well, one thing to note as well, Navi do have full sets of utility. They've got smoke grenades, they've got Molotovs, flashbangs. They can flush out CTs pretty easily here. And Zeus here,
he's pulled them both. He's pulled them both over. Pasha's gone, but now he's going back because there's no call. There's no full committal to this bomb site. So Taz gets quick on the rotation. It gives up A. If Flamey goes now, he can get a bomb plant down. And if Zeus gets there fast enough, he'll find Pasha at top middle, who's on very low HP. And Zeus wins that duel. Now it's left to Taz, who comes around from library. He's got to act quickly, or he's going to be left with a 2 versus 1 because his help, his support is Neo. And Neo's just getting to mid. He'll have spotted Zeus coming around the corner. Taz will know he's there. He'll play this smart with the good timing to allow Neo back on top of it. Molotov, well played. I will give Zeus credit, but they'll get the defuse.
came down to a two-on-one there, but looked very dangerous considering VP didn't have many kits and stuff like that. But around with aggressive start of the round, they went down middle, got the first 2 picks, and knocked Navi onto the back foot. Instead of waiting for them to come and do it to them, they actually got in their faces a little bit, and that's a huge round to win considering there was such low buy going into that round. But VP do really need to start winning the rest of these rounds. If they lose this one, it could be devastating for them. But looking over at the Navi camp, you can see not going to invest too much in this round. Guardian is going to be getting an AK, and the rest of his team don't really buy too much. You get Tech 9s and PT50s. Strange way to approach a round, but let's see how it works out for them. And that Guardian still has the most money on the team, so I guess that's why he can justify that purchase.
Shallow smoke. Still gives Snacks a pre-lead on the rotation, and with Bialy finding Edward, they've already strengthened their chances as well as strengthened their A positioning. Watch Bialy, though. He might come in some threat as he is inside the bedroom. They're going to pass by silently, though, so he's not going to hear this. Now he'll go out to peek, but he won't see it. He will late, but they're already down. They're already around the corner. Bialy needs to go, and Snacks has taken down Flamey, but Navi's finding the rest of the kills, and Bialy's there. Down to a 2 versus 1. But Virtus.pro, they're skimming through. 7 rounds already given up. They pretty much have to win out this half.
Yeah, those kills may be costly going further here. Should Navi win this round, that would be a disaster when it comes to VP's economy, meaning that it's very, very potential. Even a 9-round T half for Navi here.
So
Fighting on this round.
CT's committing 3 people towards the mid area, the banana area once again, excuse me. And they're actually going a lot more aggressive this time. Instead of staying at the top, they're actually contesting this a lot more thoroughly. No T's actually going to be there whatsoever. The bomb is waiting at T steps, but you can see the rest of the team opting towards the apartment area here, trying to get some control of that, flush out any CTs that may be there, but CT's reacting fast. You can see Snacks there at the bottom, getting into the underpass area as well. And the bomber would have heard him as well. That's going to be seized at T steps. He would have heard that and got information for his team, but what can Snacks do from this position now? Not a lot. Edward does take him down, and that's going to be a huge scalp to take, considering the position he was in.
So VP, back foot. Bialy slipping away from his home in the pit just a bit, using a smoke, though. Gives him some time to breathe. And Taz again, who comes on with a good counter kill. But they want the wrap. They're actually going to go through CT. Neo shutting down Zeus, but seized. He knows now that Neo's not directly inside the B site. Will rush Banana a little bit quicker. Neo's still coming back. This will be a battle that could dictate the round, more so because now it's just Seized that's left. He's got the bomb, though. So if Neo goes down here, he could at least get this plant. And yeah, he's just going to stick this.
And Neo doesn't have to die here. He needs to make sure his team come towards it. Don't make this situation more awkward than it has to be. Let the bomb go down, it's fine. And just make sure they don't lose any more men going into the next round.
Seized has managed to pick up Bialy, actually, not even Neo, who was the low player. So they still end up with 3 men down. But as the symphony and party goes off, it will be 7-7.
Well, here we go then. Last round. VP have managed to claw their way back into this 3 in a row for them, potentially going to win the half now as well. If you'd have told me that 4 rounds ago, I wouldn't have believed it, but they've managed to bounce back and get into it. So there we go. This is obviously very big. Zeus here with Tech 9 instead of a rifle. And only a couple of smokes, no Molotovs player from the T. So we can see the CTs once again showing that aggression towards Banana. 3 players there as well. This actually could be some contention here as well. Bialy does take down Edward. And it seems like Snacks will be running through the smoke. No idea why he wanted to do that. But he gets taken down by Zeus with the Tech 9 there. And it opens up Banana for them. Neo has some huge work to do here now. Takes down 2 frags. And now puts it in a 4-on-2 situation in favor of VP. They can just fall back now. They don't need to test anymore, but it's not going to matter as they clear this round up. 8-7, and VP bouncing back there with 4 rounds in a row.
And we'll just quickly, before Natu, we get your opinion, bring up the head-to-head. Okay, I guess replay first, but we'll bring up the head-to-head matchup and show you the statistics. Natu, first half.
I mean, it's great. Virtus.pro has this quality, it seems like, at least tonight, where they just keep winning those rounds when it's a do-or-die situations where the half will go really dire if they lose that specific round.
Yeah.
Making it into an 8-7, which is acceptable instead of like a 5-10, even a 4-11, which it could have easily been if they had lost if they had forced by around halfway through the half. So they just showing a lot of mental strength.
Well, They managed to win the half as well after losing the pistol to Navi, and then Navi getting 3-0 as well. They force-bought a lot into that. Won the first gun round against the odds as well. They didn't have much utility to play whatsoever. No defuse kits, no head armor. Managed to get 4 in a row. It's been a similar sort of thing we saw in training. So back and forth. 3 for Navi, 4 for VP, 4 for Navi, 4 for VP. Such a back and forth game, but here we go then. The pistol round, obviously very important in this kind of stage of the game. You do always favor the T's here, depending on what area they choose to go in. We saw Navi do a very fast, aggressive push up to middle, worked very well for them. You can imagine you see a very similar thing here. VP have 4 sets of armor here. Snacks with the smoke grenades. And it seems like all players will be going fast up mid once again.
All the way down middle they go. Or up, I guess you should say, is Edward, though, catching Pasha on the way by. He only gets the response, but how does it go afterward? It goes all Na'Vi because Guardians come out from apartments, got inside Boiler, and stabbed them in the back. Bomb still goes down. Crucial, nonetheless, for Virtus.pro moving forward if they don't secure this round, as it's down to a 1 versus 4 for Neo, who can't land his first shot. So now they're going to stalk his position. They manages to take down the first, and it would have been so pretty if he found more than that, but ultimately it's all for naught. 8-8.
We've seen Neo go huge in those sort of situations before. Unable to find any frags towards the end there, but the bomb going down means they have 2 options now. They could force up, get the Tech 9s and armor out, battle the CTs with a lower money buy, but the rifles coming out for Navi, we know that's something they do favor. I would prefer a VP went for the rifles next round, get a full buy-in, and look towards the future of the game, but that's not going to happen, is it? Of course not. Why would it?
Never.
So they're going to be getting the Tech 9s, armors out. They have got grenades as well, so it's definitely a competitive buy. They can go execute onto a bomb site. B is normally your favorite here just because you can do a full execute, but let's see how they go into the round.
Well, they're putting a little bit of pressure behind this veil of smoke right now. Our VP, if Seized isn't careful, he'll get stuck out there because there's the Molotov in behind. Does manage to dodge the flames beyond any, well, I shouldn't say significant damage. He's down to 39, but beyond disrepair. He's also got the support play right now from Seized, who does, or excuse me, rather from Flamey, who does have the M4. They're going to pull Zeus over already, interestingly enough, but now he knows that there's kills going on at the A side. He's got to go back. So they're going to go for this wrap. They want to try and sell this, and Neo's now taken down. Zeus has to be the one to respond. He needs a kill coming out of Library, where all 4 players will converge very quickly on Flamey's position. And Zeus, there it is. No, it's Flamey. I take that back. Who found the shot onto Neo? It's Zeus who does go down to Snacks. So Flamey from all the way in the back of B's side is the one to pick that up, and now he's dancing with the devil because the bomb is dropped inside the well. And he's got to make a wish upon that penny dropped in the pond, but Snacks only able to pick up 1 more. Na'Vi will hold on.
Really nice movement from Snacks there. Really confused all the CTs. Great utility use as well. Flashing them both. Could have got both kills there, but the CT's just holding on enough to shut down that B split we saw going in there. But around, they didn't get the bomb down again, so now the money has been crushed for them. Next round, they will be able to get rifles out, but it's definitely not going to be the strong buy you need to execute the bomb sites correctly. But now they can take a step back, have a little bit of a breather. As you can see them just getting some nades down to the bottom of the middle. They actually push down. A lot of teams opting to do that against the full ecos these days, just to show their dominance on the map and maybe knock the T team on tilt slightly. So it's easy clean up here. Yeah, it does take around 1 kill, but he will get the M4 in a 4-on-1 situation, and actually gets 1 more as well. Interesting. And now, see him battling in the apartments area. Hasn't got the bomb yet. Seized, watching out in that Romeo area.
If he pulls this off.
No, not meant to be, but definitely around we've seen a lot of NIP do, especially as soon as they know the team's on eco, they'll push down middle. I don't know if you're influential in that at all, Natu, but you see your team running down middle.
Yeah. You gotta show confidence when.
Yeah, so like I think it just it shows the confidence, knocks them on tilt. That's something they weren't expecting, especially when you're on eco as well. Just kind of sets the tone for the next round, I think. But now Guardian, AWP. We talk about being one of the world's best players with this gun, taking it towards the banana area. And VP, of course, won't have that after that force buy in the second round.
And they leave it naked. That should be an indication that something is up. No smokes. How uncommon, and what a shot on the second one. He takes down Pasha as well. And they walk into a trap. It's Guardian. With the last weapon on Earth you want to give that man. So Virtus.pro now finding themselves potentially light years behind as things will slip further away. It's only 3 rounds in reality, but the economy starting to work against them. Flash through for Snacks, manages to turn around. Beautiful reactions, and then it's seized to come out and trade it off. Does make it at least slightly more possible for his teammates as they try and continue up an aim at bomb. Thank you very much. Thrown at the feet of Seized, and a smoke still between it and that who's trying to recover. It is, of course, Taz. And the Tasmanian Devil won't play devil's advocate any longer. 11-8.
So we talk about that banana area being so influential on the outcome of this map. Guardian going there first round, showing his dominance. One huge shot onto the logs there. That headshot was great. I think we're probably going to see that now. Boom, there it is. Locks down the round. And this second kill as well, you don't think anyone else in the world can do what he does. Amazing stuff. And that's going to give Navi the 4th round on the board, knocking VP down onto yet another eco. And they're looking really strong right now.
Smoke top mid. Nade into alt mid, though. That's crucial. Does some heavy damage onto Neo. VP. A bomb plant would be the dream right now. And Guardian, he's the nightmare. Because that bomb's now dropped. It's a 3rd. Unbelievable stuff. As now Zeus will go into that corner, as so commonly is done when that specific smoke is thrown down. It's Snacks that gets him for it, but look at Guardian. Just discipline. Oh, Edward steals those 2. Would have been a pretty cheeky little ace.
Yeah, nice control from him holding that arch area. No panic whatsoever. 3 clean kills.
That's the thing with Guardian as well. He feels like he's all over the map. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sort of like JW as well. It's like he's just going to be wherever you're trying to put your most effort to.
That's where the separates the best AWPers in the world. If you can keep unpredictable and be dangerous in every single position, you can see him again going back towards B now after just showing so much presence towards Arch. That's when he's really scary. Misses that shot this time, though. Doesn't manage to find the kill, but will keep facing, interesting enough, even though the T's know he's there. Put himself in a pretty difficult situation now, but of course he takes down Boyali. And now Snacks does reply, and now it's going to be Guardian having to fall back here. He surely can't stay in this position. And he does. Passion will take him down there. 2-on-4 situation, and Guardian won't really be able to step up there.
Edward dropping, though, does give Virtus.pro a little bit more map to control. And they've only got to isolate 1 remaining player. Interestingly, they're bringing the bomb back to B, so they anticipate that Seized is on the A site. Passion needs to make sure that he spots this, because Seized could catch them off guard. He does. At least Passion's in position to get the kill right back. Could have been detrimental in an alternate universe, perhaps, as it is now 9 for Virtus.pro.
So Guardian perhaps overcommitting to that one a little bit. I don't think he, once he took that initial shot, you can just normally fall back, go more of a passive setup, rotate the AWP back to middle. He kept showing and facing. He got 1 kill there, but got himself in such a difficult position towards the sandbags area. It was all or nothing at that point. And unfortunately, they swarmed him, stifled him into that area, and now we can see everyone just wants the banana control. They see 3 more players from VP committing to that area. And how's this one going to go down? Where is Guardian this time? He's actually going to be towards middle. So like we say, moving his position every single round, keeping it unpredictable. And this may actually help VP as they make their way up to the B.
Pasha gets caught, tries to get up on top of the sandbags to see over top, or potentially have a better vision towards Spool. And outwalked his opponent, Flamey. A free kill, caught in the act. Guardian looking for more. He's hit so many great shots in the last few rounds even, and that time just a little bit overreacting to the left. Neo stuck between smoke and fire. Ends up meeting Edward when he gets through closer into that site.
Bomb does go down though. Pretty cheeky plant there for Snacks, and the smoke down in CT spawn. Gonna mean Taz is gonna be in an advantageous position, I was about to say, but does get locked down by Flamey. 3-on-1 now for Snacks. What can he do? Needs to find a frag and needs to find it now.
And there it is. Re-entry, not even a problem. Not a second thought in their minds as Na'Vi will pick up round number 13. And not only that, keep the bank accounts low for Virtus.pro, who just reset that money bonus. Snacks will have enough. Pasha will have enough. But Neo, Bialy, Taz, well, yeah, that's desperate, is it not?
Well, losing this round is pretty much going to be what we said before. It's going to be the GG moment because they'll have absolutely nothing going into the next round. So a must-win round now for VP.
And I think it's a reasonable buy as well, considering the money situation of Na'Vi. They know they've been picking up a lot of kills, like we discussed before. That's a very important part of playing Inferno, even if you're not winning rounds. At least make sure you're making a lot of kills, so you can force CTs on ecos and make sure they don't have all the utilities they may need. So this is a very reasonable force for Virtus.pro.
Well, they've got some smokes to play with as well. They're going to be smoking off the pit area, trying to isolate some of the CTs as they make their way through to mid now. Flashbang comes up. What can they make of this?
And the counter was Molotov thrown out by Zeus as well, so they are limiting the movement right now from Virtus.pro, who already have to reconsider Snacks, who wanted out apartments toward the pit. He comes out Boiler instead, and Edward using the pillar on the fence. I love that position to see all the way over to Library. Ultimately, without much great success, a single kill, it leaves it to a 2-on-2. And Bialy finding C's now gives Virtus.pro a massive chance to get back into this game because the bomb's gone down. They need to make sure they aren't caught here. Don't give this to be a double one-on-one. Peek this together, play it smart. Initial shots, it's all they need. Snacks on his own flash will take down Flamey.
So the force buy there prevails, getting onto the A side pretty convincingly as well. Once they got that arch control, we saw, like you said, that pillar position. Looking over the smoke, he really favored him there, but didn't really make much of it. C's coming in with a big lurk as well from the alley area, and doesn't find much, to be honest, in that 2-on-1 situation. Like you said, make sure you make it a 2-on-1 situation instead of 2 1-on-1s. That's exactly what they did. Faced at the same time, locked it down, and got themselves to 10th round on the board. And now they're looking pretty strong, as the point you made. They've knocked down that CT economy, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're in a situation where their chances just rose a lot.
Well, we'll see if they can build upon it, as it does favor them right now on the B site. They collect both players. They lost one man in the process, but bomb down and guns up. Na'Vi potentially could look to do the same, similar strategy to what you were just saying. Even if the retake's not possible with these pistols, set up and look for exit kills, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, this is where VP also has to be smart and go together into one position instead of spreading around, just to minimize the risk of giving up any kills.
And Virtus.pro so far have found Zeus. That's the first trap, and the second gone as well. It's left to Edward inside CT spawn. Neo's found him, and there's not really much point in them taking this fight. But they do anyway, and they are successful.
And still Na'Vi is really, really slim with money. And they're going for the second buy, considering the situation.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I think this is justified from them, like making sure they have enough. They've got the bed of rounds there. Instead of forcing and potentially giving VP another guaranteed round if they're losing that one.
Oh, yeah.
They're making sure they keep the pistols, they utilize this actual advantage they have and not... It's actually quite disciplined from them. Normally we'd see them force buy in this situation all day long, but they're considering the long game here and they know how big this map is. If you're just joining as VP are up one map at the moment and clawing themselves back into the second as Na'Vi are on an eco now. You can see Guardian has got some armor in a P250 and a first headshot there coming onto Snacks. That one's going to hurt as Taz, though, does take down Edward.
Definitely doesn't help, that's for sure. As Edward, like you say, has dropped down to Taz, it's going to be Pasha. And if only he knew what we did, that there's two players waiting on the adjacent side of the smoke. Meanwhile, though, Na'Vi finding kills actually in okay numbers, but bomb being planted helps solidify the situation for Virtus.pro, who now bring it down to one solitary player. It is seized.
I think the best option for him in this round to save that AK, build off it. Next round they can make it useful, but I think he's looking for one kill here.
Carpe Diem seized the day from seized. He's going all in. And that AK is not going to be saved.
Not sure what the plan was there, but maybe just looking for a frag, but looking at the CT money.
I think they did lose 2 to the bomb even. I think they may have lost 2 at the end of that. Because they had to rebuy Taz, Pasha, Snacks, and Bialy there.
Well, that is going to be 3 in a row. The VP on the T side here is very similar to what we saw on Train. They claw themselves back in right at the end, but let's see what they can do now. Going to round 26 now, 13-12 in favor of Na'Vi. Not much aggression being shown at the round from the CT. The T's allowed to have positional control of Banana. You can see Pasha is Molotov in the top, pushing the CTs back and allowing him to get some control of the car area.
Yeah, it's very passive now, in fact, from Na'Vi. That ceased Flamey. They'll play the crossfire. Flamey's got to be careful. In fact, he's going to get in the corner. In fact, he wants further than that. He uses the flash from his teammate, finds Pasha. But now how does he play it? Because if he covers from CT and they go on top of him, it's a single smoke and he has to rotate the long way. There's that smoke we're talking about. Flamey smartly gets on the inside of it, so no rotation required. He's already there. Nonetheless, the activity is not. It's gone back toward mid, where Guardian waits at the top on the arch side. Edward and Zeus, they've got Moto and Pit respectively. And Virtus.pro is back and forth, can't decide, and trying to find information in an opening if possible, but the utilities, again, from the CTs, just so strong.
Yeah, PNC VP just working their way up middle now. Not going to have much presence from the CT whatsoever. They're trying to show some presence there. As we said, though, Edward does have a phase and takes down Snacks. And now the T's almost forced to go into our area. Frags being exchanged, but it's going to be VP on the receiving end of them. Taz, the last man remaining. And not a lot proposed to them that round. They really didn't show any pressure anywhere. Navi just pushing with flashbangs, finding picks almost everywhere on the map. He's going to leave Taz in a 4-on-1 situation now as he takes down Guardian. But 4 seconds on the clock, he kind of just needs to save his gun. He'll be going into the next round with no money, so a good save by him. But they do have enough cash here to buy. Neo has got 8 grand. He'll be able to drop a couple of AKs for his team. But this is obviously a very important round in the context of things. If VP can win this round, it's going to knock the loss bonus back in the favor of them. Navi will have $1,400, so huge round now coming into this. It will knock Navi onto map point, and VP to take it will knock Navi onto EK. So let's do it. Round over 27.
Also to note from that round that Flamey's pick early in the round was really, really vital. That made it that much harder for them, for VP to do what they wanted to do, which obviously was a fake to A to go to B. That was one less man going towards B. It
was such a passive setup as well, and then all of a sudden the flash peek came out, 1 frag, full straight back.
Yep.
Such a perfect pick, and very well executed. But now we go in to round number 27. Zibarli has got low HP there, but nothing really happened so far. Pasha does take down Flamey though. That's going to be a big pick, and it's going to leave one player seized at the B bomb side.
I think Guardian wanted to go on that flash from his team, and unfortunately just caught him when he got to the corner, so he bailed out of it. Now he'll peek, but VP, hearing all those flashes deployed, have also gone to cover to protect their own vision. Snacks gets that kill on Guardian, and it's now 2 picks for VP unanswered, but now they will be. And answered with a shout from Seized as he picks up 2, brings it back right away. Not only that, spots bomb. So they know they've got room to breathe because he's got control of Banana and the bomb is not near A. There's no reason for them to get out of position, overextended. Navi can slow things down now.
Perfect timing from Season that play. He needed to go big, but as you say that though, Taz does take down Edward on the other side of the map, and they have got full control of the bomb side. Zeus now trying to retake, trying to get a frag before the bomb does go down. He does manage to find it, takes down Taz. 2-on-2 now. Bomb will be planted though. And you can see the CT just waiting for teammates to arrive, but looking towards middle.
Snacks, he's gonna go, turns around, almost nails it. But did not hear Seized coming whatsoever. And Edward did exactly what we said not to do. He just got out a little bit too aggressive, wanted to find information when they weren't in position. But this is a very open play. Pasha, he might get stuck in no man's land, has to fall back. He's only got 10 HP and he pulls it off. Pasha, unbelievable. It's not gonna go to match point and we are far from done.
Wow, what a clutch that was.
10 HP.
Such an exchange of impressive plays from both teams there. And that middle frag came in. I thought that was it. That's a round tied up for the CTs. But that spray down from Pasha on 10 HP to find that round is so huge. Look at that second kill. Balls of steel.
Zeus should have had Pasha there.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 out of 10
We've got to hit 1 bullet, right? But there we go. Now we can see the economy, how that affects both teams as well. Galil's being bought, 5.7s, P250s, Famises. This is so huge now. The match is on a knife edge. Who's going to take this one? It's a lot of presence being shown by the teams.
This is very aggressive on Banana as well. Seized, very smart. Manages to pick up 1 and falls immediately back inside the site. He sticks around too long there. And look how many players there are just waiting for that kill. They just need to get to 15, take a sigh of relief, and then close it out. Overtime's not the end of the world in this situation, but coming up short right now in this round on this force buy could leave them desperate. 2-man advantage to work with. Look at Edward on our right side picture. He's snuck in behind them. He's already in Banana. If they don't turn around quickly, he's going to be hot on their heels. Neo's found an entry, so they're going to try and go, but gets caught with his grenade out, doesn't get the gun back in time, and the same thing happens when he turns around. And in fact, that nade that he dropped as he had it pre-cocked ends up killing his teammate. insult to injury, and we hit match point.
Seas is playing out of his mind right now. 28 frags for him. He's been so influential with the B-bomb side. We can see the matchup here is pretty equal in terms of kills. Neo and Guardian, 16 for Neo, 15 for him. But God, what a game this has been so far. So back and forth. As we see, we go into the round 29 now. VP looking down the barrel of the second map going to Navi as we see them on a full pistol buy here. Of course, they're forcing it. Armor and some nades to play with, but at a much slower pace now.
Molotov. Oh, banana. Flash over for Flamey. Rather against Flamey. He goes for the peek. Spots 2. But that's all they'll get for information so far because not a lot of activity over toward A. At least not aggressive. There are some people stacking up and getting ready toward Boiler. Pasha wants C's desperately, but C's won't show himself again over on B because if he could find that one kill and force a second player to come off of A, it would help his team right now who have the bomb toward the bench and are just waiting for the opening, but it's not going to happen. It goes the other way. C's takes down Pasha. And how do they possibly find an opening now? More specifically, because they are getting aggressed on by Zeus, who manages to pick up one. He's canceled out by Neo, and combine that with Snacks, the trades are dead even. They continue to be so. But it's still a man advantage based on the initial entry. And one single bullet, it closes it out. Navi 16-13. And we are going to map 3, which means not to. Henry's better than us, at least at this point.
We knew he would.
Fair enough.
He's back.
No, it's fair enough. But, I mean, this has just been a crazy series so far. It's been so back and forth. Like this map here, it wasn't necessarily strategy that was the main storyline. It was a lot of individual efforts, like Seized, for example, making a lot of right plays at the right time. Just those first picks coming into play, especially Navi second half, towards the end when VP was trying to creep in back into the match. You just saw a lot of just small little details like that just going in their favor. Just
nice little flash pushes, simple stuff as well. Just like Seized holding the B bomb side by himself. When the team looked out of it, it was a 5-on-3 situation. All of a sudden, he just faces at the perfect time into the banana site, takes down 2 and neutralizes the round for them. Just big individual plays there. Flamey as well, stepping up when needed, but the CT side for Navi just was so convincing there towards the end. Now I think we can take a quick look at the scoreboard.
Yep, we will.
See where we lie with that. And
exactly. So in this particular map, it is going to be 30 kills for Seized, who leads the way, 12 of which were headshots. Not far behind from Edward either. Considering how close it was, they have both the top fraggers on Navi's side, but the assists, that goes the way of Zeus quite heavily. More importantly, the first kills, 6 of them to Edward.
Also, Guardian, even though he wasn't like swimming in frags, he had a lot of impact early on the CT half.
Yep.
He was making a lot of scare for VP on both sides of the maps.
Yep, so he was going in, getting that first pick at the start of each time. But let's have a look at the heat maps and see where the frags were being exchanged for the T sides, at least for each team.
I'm thinking Banana is going to be pretty
absolutely
pretty intense for Navi.
Around the car and the sandbags for sure, as well as on either side of the top and middle. Not surprising. A little bit more activity for Navi's T side on that A site, whereas a little bit more for VP on the B site. And of course, Navi obviously picking up 7 rounds on their T side were a little bit more successful. So
I think the
interesting to note.
I think the biggest difference here is that it doesn't seem like VP wasn't really going to apartments at all.
Yeah,
like at all. And the apartments on that map are so small to see, but there isn't much color in either of them. To be fair. But there is a little bit more on the balcony, definitely for VP. We'll take a look at the MVP statistic as well. Again, it is Seized to hit that lovely 30 kills.
Yeah, just such strong play from him. Like we said, big individual performances, stepping up when he needed to, faced on 5-on-1 situations, finding 2 frags, falling back, staying alive. That's the most crucial part of CT play. If you can get kills and stay alive, that's when you've done your job, and then you've done it perfectly as well. So 30 kills on the board for him, 12 of those headshots as well. 4 first kills, but just a great day at the office for him on that second map.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to map 3. We didn't get here in the first series. We are here now. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. It's a decider who goes to the upper bracket, who plays against Kingwin. We'll see you in a minute.
And how hard he compete for the CTs too, trying to stay alive in that situation.
Yep, so Navi almost, VP almost.
actually pushed short and checked A side and nope.
Yeah, allowed by Bialy here. Just getting pretty simple frags. You can see there's nothing holding him off whatsoever. Just face him. He's got the advantage.
Pressure toward it. This allows easy kills to work the way of Taz. Now Bialy. Snacks has also come back in, and Banana, they're still holding it down, and Snacks is going to get another one.
And it opens up Banana for them. Neo has some huge work to do here now. Takes down 2 frags. And now puts it in and running down.
Oh, yeah. You gotta show confidence. When
Yeah, see, like, I think it just knocked, he shows the confidence, knocks them until that's something they weren't expecting. Boom, there it is. Locks down the round. And this second kill as well. Don't.
We're in position, but this is a very open play. Pasha, he might get stuck in no man's land, has to fall back. He's only got 10 HP and he pulls it off.